Hello friends, let's discuss Java programming basics. This is the continuation session. In the previous session, we have seen how to create a file and what things we can provide inside a file. We can provide n number of classes inside a file. Each and every class can contains a static content and a non-static content. This non-static content is also called as instance content. The static content could be a variable, block, and method. A non-static content could be a variable, block, method, and also constructor. These are the 7 possibilities we can define inside the class. So let's go to Eclipse, and here I'm creating a project, Java project. We can give any name, core examples. And here right click, new, we can create a class. So here we can give any name. The file name could be anything, example1. Present I am not giving any package, finish. So here it has taken default package, and the file name is example1.java, and the class name it has taken example1 only because it is a public class. The public class name and file name must be same. And inside this example1 we can provide all the details. Static int I equal to 10. This int I equal to 10. This int I is a variable. Which type of variable it is? Integer variable. In next session we'll see what is the variable and how many types of variables are available in Java. For time being, just I am defining integer variable into j equal to 20. We can give any number. If you define a int variable, you can assign some values, some data. And here, for understanding purpose, I am providing the comments. This is single line comment. So this is a static variable. This is a static variable. What about this? This is a non-static variable. Type of variable it is? This is a non-static variable. This is also called as instance variable. We can call it as a non-static variable or instance variable. If you define a variable with the static keyword, it can be called as static variable. If you define a variable without static, then we can call it as a non-static variable or instance variable. And here blocks. Static block is available and a non-static block is available. If you provide static keyword and if you provide a block, that is called static block. And here I want to print a message. Whenever it got executed, I want to print a message. For that I am writing sysout, system.out.println. We can use shortcut sysout and control space. It will be Eclipse will write system.out.println. So here I can write static block. We can also write non-static block. Without writing static, if you provide a block, that is called non-static block. So here also I will write one sys out, one print statement, non-static block, or we can also write instance block, anything. For just understanding purpose, I am writing all the content and we will execute and see how things will be executed. And I am writing void m1. This is the method name. M1 is the method name. If you provide a static keyword, it becomes a static method. Here also I am writing one sysout static m1. If you don't provide static, it becomes a non-static method. If you define a method without static, we can call it as a non-static method. So here non-static or instance m2 the order could be anything. We no need to follow any order. The order could be any order. So here I am writing a constructor. Example 1. This is the constructor I am creating here. In next sessions, we'll completely see about the way what is variable, how many types of variables are there, and what is a method, how many types of methods can be defined, what is the constructor, and different ways to create a constructor we'll see. Here also I am writing print statement constructor. And finally, I am writing a life cycle method. If you want to run a Java program, if you want to run a Java program, you must provide the main method. So I am writing the life cycle main method, public static life cycle method, also a static method, public static void main. Here string array of args. The name could be anything. You can provide args or abc or variable or a, whatever. Based on our requirement, we can give any name. And here I am writing sysout. I am writing sysout system.out.println of main. So what are the things we have provided inside our class? We have defined a class. Inside the class we have provided a static variable, non-static variable, static block, non-static block, static method, non-static method, constructor, and the life cycle method. It is a static method. The life cycle main method is a static. So here this Eclipse is having compiler so that whenever we are writing a program, it will automatically compile and build the .class file. You no need to do any commands for compiling and execution. So for running this Java program, we can right click on this program, run as Java application, or we can use this button also. this run button. So it is showing run example 1. If you run this, the output we can see here. We can see the output static block and main. So that means whenever the program got executed, the class will be loaded. Class will be loaded means allocating the memory for static content of the Java program is called class loading. Class will be loaded. Only static content will be stored in the memory so that it will initialize the static variables, invoking the static blocks and invoking the main method. That's it. So here I am trying to access static content. So this M1 method is a static method, so I can access it directly. So save, Control S for save, and click on this button or right click, run as Java application. You can see the output static block, main, static, M1 method, static, M1 method. And here I am trying to print the static variable. I is a static variable. I is a, you can save this file and run again. You can run this one and see the output static block, main, and inside the main method we are printing 10 and method we are calling static method. I will try to invoke the non-static content also. I will try to invoke the non-static content as well. System.out.println of j. J is a, so non-static content I am trying to access. System.out.println of j. So it will give compile time error. If you try to access the non-static content, it is not possible directly to access the non-static content. We can access the non-static content by creating the object. Through object, we can access non-static content. Now I am trying to create a object for example 1 object equal to new example 1. So with this object, so if you directly try to access j, it is giving error. Now I am trying to access object dot j. It is possible to access. It is possible to access through object dot j. So now if you run, it will print non-static content also. So without creating object, you cannot access non-static content of the Java program. But without creating object, you can access static content of the Java program. Here we can access obj.m2 method. By using object reference, we can access static content as well as non-static content. M2 is a non-static method. We can access the non-static content through a reference, object reference. We can save this program, and if you run this program, we can see the output static block, main method got executed. Inside method main method, we are printing, or we are accessing the static variable. Then we are calling static m1 method, and we are creating the object for this example one class. So when we create the object, non-static blocks will be executed, the non-static block will be executed, and constructor will be executed. After that, I am trying to access non-static variable and I am trying to access non-static method. With the object reference, it is possible to access non-static content of the Java program.